All right, well, hey, welcome back. Hope you're doing good. I've got more blues songs here today, and we're going to cover the two special songs that actually specials in one of the titles, Midnight Special, CCR, and Rocky Mountain Way. Those two songs are very, blues rock and classic rock style, and we're just getting back to the fundamentals of bass. We kind of jumped forward, we did some soloing, walking bass lines, but we need to kind of come back a little bit and redo our fundamentals, the role of this bass, and that's staying in the pocket and supporting the music in the song. It's not about taking bass solos and being flashy and everything. Yeah, that's nice, and a lot of times that is needed in the song to move a lot and move, flashy melodic lines throughout the song. But for the most part, you want to get started if you've got to nail the fundamentals, and the fundamentals of this instrument is playing in the pocket, staying true to the song, and that's what we want to do. We want to reiterate that, I guess I could say, because we have a tendency to get away from it. This instrument is capable of doing everything: solos, great melodic lines, and can carry a song all on its own. I mean, if you just follow Stanley Clarke, you'll see how he's done whole albums of just bass, and they're beautiful arrangements and just music. There's a lot of Jocko. There's a lot of stuff that this instrument is capable of doing. Everything. You can't have it's needed in the bottom end, and it can take a solo. It can play the melody. It can even keep percussion. This instrument is capable of so much. I've said it more than enough, but it can do it all, and that's why I love the bass so much, because of its capabilities, and just it's endless what you can do on this. So, but we got to start with the fundamentals. We've got to build a solid foundation first of all to get up to those higher levels, because without that stable, solid foundation, it's going to be harder to build on, and it's going to take you a lot longer. So your best bet is to just take your time, get the fundamentals down. Just take your time. You will get there. You will get there. You're not running out of time or nothing. You will get there. But you've got to get the fundamentals. You're going to get there sooner. Believe it or not, you're going to get there sooner by taking your time and getting the fundamentals, as opposed to rushing into soloing and doing all this, and then you're just weak in the knees the whole way around. You're not solid at all. So you've got to nail those fundamentals. You've got to be solid, and you got to remember the basics. You got to nail the basics, and that's what these two songs are today. These guys are, the Rocky Mountain Way bass line is the epitome of staying in the pocket and staying true to the song. He goes outside of that pocket not even once. He just lays it down, and he lays it down perfectly, and that's what you got to do. As easy as this bass line is, there's people that will mess that up because they haven't nailed the fundamentals, and they're missing it. So you want to focus on each note, and basically this is let me see, what was this one? Was basically just E. He comes in, Joe Walsh is playing his guitar riff, which carries throughout the song, and then the bass is just this. That's it. That's the whole bass line right there. There's a chorus in there that he adds two more notes to that, but then the entire song is that right there. But you gotta nail that. You gotta nail that. It's not that. It's the staccato note. You're not letting it ring out and just hum and doing that rhythm. This is the same. If you were to read this piece of music, this is still the same measure. You can play that measure like this, this. It's going to be the same measure, but it's got two totally different feels. So that's something, that's part of the basics. You got to know that, and you got to hear the song, and you got to hear that in the bass line, and you got to make sure that's what happens. That timing's got to be bam, bam, bam. It's got to be right there, impeccable timing. And you've got to get that right. You can definitely tell when anybody can play this, but that's not the bass line. That's not it. That's not driving it home. That's just playing. You're not doing anything with that song. That song needs this. It's just a matter of is holding the you're on the open E string, and you're gonna mute the string right there. You're gonna rest your finger on there. Now if you choose, I would prefer to use that one finger to keep the consistency of that note. You can change. Do that too, but on this one you can use that same finger to just keep the consistency of that note going. And when you do, once you hit it, you're muting it. And you can do that there. So you want to work on that. So it's got to be perfect. It can be perfect. You can do that. So you got to hear that. You got to know that. You got to be aware of that and conscious of that, and you can do it. It's not that, and it's something to practice, because more times than none, there's a lot of bass lines that need that. They're not all just letting these notes ring out. That half a note is critical to the song. Like I said, we're supporting the song, so that is critical. That you're not just letting it ring out. You're muting it, and you're putting a stop to it, and you're making it part of that song. You're really giving it some rhythm. That's the rhythm. If you're just doing that, it's just not there. It's just not the same. It's just not there. So you've got to make sure you go ahead and do that. You can mute it down here if you want. I just prefer on the open strings, I would just mute it right here at my plucking hand. This hand can do anything, and this hand's ready to hit that. But now when it comes to fretting a note, I will lift this up, just to not take a chance on maybe this finger missing the muting it or something. It can happen. But that's what you got to work on. Definitely practice it both ways. Like I say, I would do this just to keep it consistent with that same finger. That note's going to sound the same every single time. This one, there's a slim possibility that this middle finger pluck is going to be a little different than this one here, but it's really not. But if you're new to it, then there's a good chance that it will be. So practice it with both fingers. That string. You're just putting that finger right on it, and if you're using this one, you're muting it with the second. So practice that back and forth. Just take your time and practice that. Take 20 minutes, 15 minutes a day. Maybe not 15 minutes, 5 minutes. Just really hear that. You get your metronome out, really nail that timing in there. Just you don't have to necessarily play that song, it's just you just want to nail being able to do that and work on a technique builder right there. Just you're plucking hand. This hand is taken for granted sometimes, but they're not doing it right. It's got to be there. So enough about that. Now we go to, in the chorus, it does the E, and then it goes to the A. So that's all it is. A, and it builds on the B. That's the entire song there. You do the verses and chorus, and then in the solo, he takes it and you on the E, and then there's actually in the solo they go to the chorus again for a split second. Just that's all it does. It's that one time there. You go to A to B, and then it comes right back to it. So it's very short. You call it a chorus, but pretty much just kind of a turnaround. But it's not that's all. It just repeats it 2 times in the song and then in the solo. So that's it right there on Rocky Mountain Way. Great song. Listen to Joe Walsh. Listen to a lot of his stuff. He's just creative. It just flows out of him. It's natural. So he's definitely fun to listen to, and just great guitarist as well. Now the next one is Midnight Special. Now I'm just a big CCR fan. I love them, and this one's just not much to it as well. The vocals, you've got none of that you need to know any of this. He's just playing. It's not. That's one thing about CCR. They're not as technical. They were all about. Everybody's about the song, but some people are more about being just nailing it and more technical about the song, where some people are just more free about the song. And CCR was pretty free about it, and they were just free about it, and they got it done. And it's some beautiful music. They got it done. And they've got a lot of great stuff, but they weren't and in that day and age, it's just technical wasn't as popular as it is now. It was more free, just the sounds and the tones and everything was still raw back then because it wasn't as much opportunity to be technical and drive it home. It was just about the music, they just get together and they lay it down. So that's all it is. So this song is just basically the bass comes in on G, and he's just doing a 5th and the root in the 5th. And every now and then he'll. Special. A couple fills in there. He does a couple little tiny fills in there. Just basically one of them just walks right up to that A in there, and not a whole lot of crazy fills. And he just plays up to that. And then 2 times in that song, they hold on this A, and I think it's coming out of the chorus. They hold on this A for like a half a bar longer, and then they go to the C. Right to the G, right to the beginning again. So that's, I don't even think I told you notes. That's right here. That's G, and then the 5th, G, D, G, D, and then D, A, E, and then D. So it's just basically the 1, 1, 5, 2. It's basically the 4, 1, 5. So another 1, 4, 5 just starts on the 4. Actually, I think when he's singing the song in the very beginning and there's just the vocals, I think it starts on the 1, but it comes in. The verse comes in on the 4th. So G, D, D, progression is G, D, and A, and just the bass line is G, the fifth, D, the fifth, D, the fifth, which is A, then A, the fifth, which is E, A, E. So that is two great songs there, Rocky Mountain Way, Joe Walsh, and Midnight Special by CCR. Two great blues rock, classic blues rock bands and songs. And just check them out. Check them out, dig down, and remember, just nail that. You've got to nail the basics. We got to start from ground zero, and that's the basics. And that's, it's not just doing what we got to do to get it done. This is needed in the song. You got to be there in the song. So might as well get it done. Get the fundamentals, stay in the pocket, lay low, lay that bottom end down to support that song. So if you haven't yet, subscribe down below. If you like it, hit that like button and hit the bell notification. I've got more videos. I've got 4 more of these songs coming out, these blues songs I broke down in a video that 2 days ago. So check the link up here. I'll put it in the link up here, and you can just check it out. And it tells you all of the songs. So you can go ahead and jump on, listen to those songs, and then I'll come back and we'll break the song down for you and give you how to play the song. All right. So check out iwannaplaybass.com, become a member, and subscribe, become a member, get your free ebook. And when you're serious about digging down into this thing, sign up, enroll, and get this ball rolling. All right. So see you around. Bye.